Okay, a couple sample problems. First one should be easy peasy, especially if you watched the pre-lesson. So here's a polynomial. What is it in standard form? Well, we got to rearrange it. So we're going to take this because it's the highest powered term. We don't care about the 2. 2x to the 6. Now we got that guy, x to the 5th, minus 3x to the 4th. Next one's plus 4x cubed. There is no squared term. So then there it is. There it is in standard form. What's the leading coefficient? 2. What's the degree? 6. Number of terms? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So definitely like warm-up material. Second example is going to push you a little bit. Okay, let's see if we can solidify everything that we learned so far in the pre-lesson. Going to really try to make this make sense. So here we go. Using the leading coefficient, so if this isn't already in standard form, you need to put it in standard form, or just look for the highest powered term if it's rearranged. And so our leading coefficient would be a 2, okay, which means it's positive, and which is significant. And the degree, that'd be a 6. Now, all you need to know is that even, okay? You don't need to know right now what in the world a graph of x to the 6 looks like. You can put it in decimals, but it's so strange to get the little bends, and it's almost not worth it. You're just supposed to know the rules, so here we go. What's a graph we're very familiar with an even power? Y equals x squared. Now, it's positive leading coefficient, even degree, and we know that that's a parabola. This is going to be a crazy version of this, but we know that it goes up to the right and it goes up to the left. So this is as x approaches negative infinity, it's going to go up. So my answer for this one is infinity. That's half of it. What about as we move to the right? That's said like that. What's my answer? That, because that's my y. It's going up. So this is my y value. These are the ways I have to ride the roller coaster. And that's all these instructions really mean, okay? So that's how simple you can make this stuff, okay? Let's move on to one more example. All right, let's try this one. Leading coefficient. Again, it's already in descending order, so it's a negative. I don't really care about the 2. I just need to know it's a negative. And this power is an even number. So I go, aha, y equals x squared. I know it looks like this if I was to graph it. So that tells me, if I erase that portion of it, because if I make this 4 or 5 or 6, it has a lot of changes in here. But I'm worried about the end behavior. So if this is a 4, same rule. If this is a 6, same rule. But notice it's flipped. So that means I don't want to use those rules. I want to flip it, which means instead of it going up to the left, it's going to go down. And instead of going up to the right, it's going to go down. It's just a parabola that's been flipped, essentially, with a lot of little different bends in there. So this portion of it, if my roller coaster, if I'm going in the negative x direction, the limit is negative infinity, going down. If my roller coaster is over here, and I head x moves towards positive infinity, which means go to the right, that also goes down. So both of my answers are negative infinity. Probably 2 more samples. Okay, now let's look at this one. Leading coefficient. I don't really care if it's a 5. I just know it's positive. What's my degree? It's a 3. That means that is an odd. Now, we know, if you're watching the pre-lesson, that y equals x cubed, and I know this is new for you guys, but it looks like this, okay? You type it into decimals. If you think about it, 1 cubed is 1, 2 cubed is 8, 3, 27, so it makes sense. But the thing is this gives us the rule. So if we know what this looks like, we know what the rules are for odd degree with an even, or excuse me, positive leading coefficient. So this is my answer right here. I don't really care about this stuff. Haven't said that yet, but this is my answer over here as x approaches negative infinity. So it'd be going down. That's my answer for this one. And behavior, if I'm on this roller coaster this way and I'm trying to move to the right, but I have to stay on the tracks, it's going up. So as x approaches positive infinity, going to the right, my answer is positive infinity. If I switched it and I went the other direction, I would be going down, so that would be negative infinity. One more. So, and behavior, final part. Step number one, don't really care that it's a 5 on these sort of problems. I just need to know it's a negative. And this is odd. So I think, hey, that's a cube. I know y equals x cubed looks like this. I'm going to do that in purple. Now, I'm going to take advantage of this negative right here and go, I remember what this does. It flips the whole darn thing. So I'm going to take out this one because I don't want that. This is what I want. I don't even need to erase the middle. By the way, if this was a 5, then I would say, well, maybe it doesn't look like that, but the rules are the same. So as x, this portion says, as x approaches negative infinity, so here's my roller coaster ride. I know it's screaming up, but as it's going left, little by little by little, it's going up. So my answer is infinity. Now, what if my roller coaster ride is here and I'm going to the right, but I have to stay attached to the roller coaster ride? Math says as x approaches infinity, so it's moving to the right, it's going down. So this would be my answer for this question. And the same thing, whoa, that's negative. Sorry, almost made a mistake on the last part of this. Caught it.